In the previous video, I described the problems associated with using extrinsic motivation to manage students in the classroom. And if you're a teacher who's used this type of approach for many years, it can be very difficult to hear it being called into question and to hear problems about it being discussed. And it's natural if your mood is a little down right now, but I promise you that the worst is over and that we are building in a positive direction, and that as I explained, the alternative approach, I think you're going to find that what I'm offering is far more powerful and will produce far more lasting results than any extrinsic reward or punishment ever could. Now, many teachers feel that when they are choosing how to manage their classrooms, the choice is one between whether to use rewards or whether to use punishments. But it's clear that because these two are two sides of the same coin, that's basically a false choice, that the choice isn't between rewards and punishments. It's whether we want to aim for more of a theory X approach or if we want to move into more of a theory Y direction. And if we believe in the assumptions of theory X as defined by Douglas McGregor, that our students don't want to work and they need to be coerced, then using a controlling approach not only makes sense, but is necessary. Otherwise, we're simply not going to accomplish very much in the classroom. But if we believe in more of a theory Y approach, that kids do want to work and they are willing to invest their hearts and minds when they believe in the objectives of the group, then we will move into more of a theory Y approach, and we wouldn't use rewards and punishments because not only would it be ineffective, but it's destructive to many of the goals and priorities that we hold dear. For example, if we want our students to develop responsibility, we're not going to use rewards because that can take away student opportunities to develop responsibility. Similarly, if we want students to explore, play with possibilities, follow hunches, we're not going to offer rewards because that causes students to look for the shortest possible path from point A to point B. If we value relationships in our classroom, those between the students and also between us and the students, then we wouldn't use rewards because many times rewards can rupture relationships. So, the main point of this video, that if we are interested in achieving true quality in the classroom, the only way to go is a theory Y approach. Intrinsic motivation is the gasoline that powers the quality engine, and I'm excited to share with you the features of this progressive approach to classroom management. Now, the good news is we have a tremendous amount of control in our classroom of our students' level of intrinsic motivation. If it appears that many of our students lack that motivation, the good news is it's in there somewhere and we can find it, we can bring it out, and we can help it manifest itself in the classroom. And the sad news is that it's actually classrooms and the practices of many classrooms and schools that have caused kids to lose their intrinsic motivation in the first place. So even though we start every day with the noblest of intentions, oftentimes the things that we do in class are the things that are causing kids to lose their intrinsic motivation. And once we identify those, we can correct it. So as Dr. Deming said, we can increase the positives and decrease the negatives so more students keep their yearning for learning. Now, the 10 forces I'm about to describe in the next two videos not only increase student desire to engage in any specific task, they benefit a classroom more generally. So even if the kids are working on something that they may not find interesting, they're still going to work hard because of all of the work we are doing to build a classroom where we are nurturing intrinsic motivation and where that motivation can flourish. These forces work together to build morale and increase student enthusiasm for learning. And as I've mentioned a couple times so far in this workshop, they not only benefit students' self-esteem, the kids feel better about themselves, but there's a bonding effect and the kids feel better about themselves as a group. There's a sense of collective esteem or group esteem. And in general, these forces work together to increase children's willingness to put forth sustained effort, not just to get us through the day or to get us through the week or the year, but to work hard over time as a matter of habit.